Happy Friday. Happy Friday, guys. How we doing? I know it's quite a late live today because I was like, should I, shouldn't I? But I really want to show up every Friday. So I had to do what I had to do. And here we are. And yes, we are making a jumper, which I am so absolutely looking forward to. And yes, I have no pattern. I'm free forming. I think I was talking about my last video and I was saying how I actually do not work with any pattern. But what I do is use my mannequin or use a piece that I have already in the house. So this jumper that we are making is actually for my husband, and we are using this gorgeous sage green chunky yarn, which is very cute. I'm actually here for it. It's absolutely very gorgeous, so I'm hoping that it turns out well. I started working on the cuffs and I did this, which is a video that I posted not too long ago. I posted this on the shorts. They are absolutely gorgeous, but now that I'm looking at the two colors, I do not think they work together. I don't think they work together at all. But it's okay because we're just gonna go to the shop and find something of a similar color. But I wanted to show you guys what I had in mind in terms of the cuffs and stuff. Oh, let's not undo this because a slip stitch takes absolutely forever. I'm not even gonna lie. I love me a good slip stitch, but they take the piss. So this is what we've done, but since I'm not going to be using it on this project, most likely just because I think it's such a contrasting color, I'm not going to bother with it. So I'm going to use it for something else as usual, and I'm going to start making the body of the jumper because I really wanted to make him something for a very long time, and I kind of just want to get it done now. If not, it's getting ridiculous. I'm just going to move my phone because I feel like I've put my TikTok a bit too far, and I'm talking two different places. I'm not even sure. I know exactly why I'm sweating. It's because of all the lighting in this room, but I really hate when it is dark and gloomy. So yes, I have brought in a bit of light, a bit more than usual, I think, but it's okay. We can make it work. I have my water here. I'm not going to do too much today. So if you guys have any question, please make sure to ask because I actually, yeah, I'm not going to be doing too much. It's just like a long day. It wasn't that long, but it's kind of long, if that makes sense. So I felt like I've had a long day. So I'm just going to crochet mostly in silence and with my torch. And I've chosen a 6.5 millimeter and a N10 or just the 10. I'm not sure yet. No, that's the 9. To get me started. On one hand, I'm kind of tempted to start with the curves. On the other hand, I'm just like, let's just go for it. I can always come back to work on the curves. So I've put this on the mannequin so I'm able to use it for my measurement. I've measured the lower parts, and from that end to the other, it is about 24 inches. Ugh. It's about 24 inches. Take my word for it. I have the mannequin on here for that reason, and I'm just gonna go for it. I think I'm just gonna go for the body, and then we can work on the, what's it called? I can work on like completing the curves and around it later. I am not sure how much I'm gonna get off this yarn, but I'm really hoping I get a good amount because this yarn are not cheap. They're not cheap. That's why I get so... Guys, no, what is going on here? Come on. We haven't even started and he's already reaping. That is not a good lick. Okay, let's just hope that this is a one-off. Just gonna cut this off here. I need about 24 inches, like I said. So I'm gonna start with a I'm gonna start with a 9 simply because although I'm gonna do this on 10, I find like when I start the slip stitches or the slip notch with a bigger crochet hook, I just feel like it gets a bit too loose. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is 30, doesn't look like enough, so let's do 50 and see. Okay, we have about 50. What have I done with my measuring tape? There she is. And I said I needed about 24 inches on this. So let's see what we have so far. Oh, that's not too bad. I have about 21 on 50. So if I do a 55, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna be a bit looser than I want it to be, but I think I can make it work. So that's 20. 55. What am I saying 25 for? Oh, okay, maybe not. I'm not actually gonna make it any bigger because I have a feeling this is so tricky. Now I see why people love a pattern. Okay. 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and 60. Let's just go for it. So now we have about 60 stitches or base or slip stitch, whatever you call it. Honestly, whatever works for you. Okay, and 60 is giving me just about 25 inches, and that's what we're gonna use as our starting base. I'm now moving to a 10mm hook. I'm not gonna add any extra because I felt like the 60 is more than enough, so just gonna go for it here. I still can't believe there was a time I only would crochet with like really small crochet hooks and crochet threads and yarn and all that stuff. Like, who did I think I was? No wonder everything was taking me forever. Honestly, if anyone is getting into crocheting, that's the first thing I'm gonna say to them. Do not be like me. Get yourself some chunky yarn, or at least a decent size yarn, and start with bigger projects so you don't get frustrated too early before you get to start enjoying crocheting. It'll be interesting to see how much I can get from this one yarn. When I'm working on the base, I kind of really like for the base to be quite solid in terms of the structure. So yeah, that's exactly what we are trying to do today. I sort of had a feeling that my cuffs might be the wrong color, but I was hoping I can just make it work. But it's no problem because there's a few colors that I need, so guess I'll just have to go and do a bit more research to get the right color for this as well. If I can't find a similar shade in a smaller crochet, yarn, I might just use this chunky yarn but go with a smaller crochet hook in the hope to get that still cuff like finish that every jumper cardigan needs. The way I'm absolutely obsessing over chunky yarn this season is unbelievable. But if, like me, you like to see results as you're working on something, then trust me, a chunky yarn is the way to go. Of course, it's not going to work with every project, and it also depends on the style of project that you're working with. But I've had a lot of projects this year that I feel like a chunky yarn has been absolutely perfect for, and I've taken advantage of it. I think it was Amazon that I was checking, and I found some really extra large crochet hooks. I am definitely gonna invest in one of those. Oh, hey. Hi, Jill. I'm very good. Oh, I mean, I'm still putting all the finishing touches to the bag, but I did not want to. I have some stuff that I'm still thinking about regarding the bag that I want to do, and I haven't finally found something that I'm extremely happy with yet. So I wouldn't say I've put it on the back burner, but I have sort of like left it for a minute so I can think. And today we are making a jumper. I told my husband a while ago that I'm going to make him a jumper, and I haven't gotten around to it. And it's one of those where it's like you're always gonna have a new project. Like there's never gonna be time except you make the time. So I really wanted this next project to be his jumper, which I'm really excited for, because this is my first time actually crocheting a jumper from scratch, so I'm looking forward to it. But I'm also really happy with the yarn that we chose for it. A jumper incoming indeed. How have you been? How is your week? How was your week, should I say? I hear that with challenging workplace, honestly. Well done. That's another week done. I'm hoping you don't work on the weekend so you can at least get some rest. I'm hoping you don't work weekends so you can get some rest. I'm hoping for as little as no frogging onto this project, like, because I posted a short video where I was saying like I free from. Oh my god, guys, it's been a long day. Do not judge me. But essentially, all I was saying is that I do not use pattern. But that sort of sounds fun, actually. But this week is a full break and it's fun creating. Oh yeah, actually take advantage of all the fun activity. That sounds absolutely fun. Anything creative, I do not mind. Like, I love doing things with my hands. So if it's work, if it's like creative, it doesn't feel like work, if that makes sense. As long as the people you're doing it with are nice people. I was about to swear, but you know, as long as they're nice people, then it's always fun. I digress, but I was saying I posted a short video this week where I talked about the fact that I don't actually crochet with a pattern. I sort of know what I want to do and I sort of like freestyle my way through it. And I watched some videos beforehand to be like, oh, I love the idea of this pattern and I would like to mix this and that together. And a few people found it weird that it's easier for me to work without a pattern than it is for me to work with one. And honestly, I did a bit of fashion design, and that was one of the main things that I genuinely did not enjoy about fashion design. I am not a pattern girly. I can't work with pattern. I don't like mathematics. I don't like calculations. I don't like overly complicated stuff. Like, I'm sorry, I'm really just a girl. So, yeah, I'm honestly just a girl. So, I kind of love doing this live streams because I know a lot of times people think people come to social media and just talk a whole bunch of waffles that they don't do. And it's like, I really am not lying. I just really can't work with patterns. Um, but I also wanted to share that if you can't work with patterns, there's nothing wrong with that. Just figure out what works for you. Anyway, I say all of this to say that I hope I don't go through too much fogging today, which is like my new favorite words because, you know, I learned it recently. um, because I was like, how can you just be fine with all the fogging? It's like, well, why not? You know? Why not? Jumper currently. Let me give me a sec. I know what you mean, and honestly, Jill, for a long time, I have really struggled with making content a full-time thing, just because I've been so worried about it being my source of income and taking away the fun for it. But at some point, I just have to go for it because I really want to launch some of my products for people and to just, I love seeing people in my clothes and, you know, in stuff that I've made and all that stuff. So it would be really nice to make crocheting my full-time thing, but I have to find a balance because if not, I would get so easily overwhelmed. But I know what you mean. It starts off so fun and you want to do it because you know you love it, and then it becomes like something that you can't escape from, which is a shame. It's a shame when that happens, isn't it? Oh my god, like don't even get me started. I do not know. I have no idea if I have enough yarn to finish this project, of course. I've already started the curves in the wrong color yarn, but I'm just gonna go with the flow. If we don't have the same color, we're going to the shops on Sunday probably, so we can pick up more yarn. Um, because I have some projects that I sort of need to finish and I don't have the right color yarn, and I'm hoping that I can find the right color yarns in the shop. But yeah, it should be interesting. So is that what it is? A yarn chicken? As soon as you make it. Oh, you know what? The same with me. I don't know if I'm ADHD. I know I'm dyslexic to the heavens. So because of my dyslexia, I can't do patterns. I'm sorry, I literally cannot. But then again, I feel like there's always a reason, isn't there? I just can't do pattern and I'm fine with it, you know? What is yarn chicken? Or are you knitting a yarn chicken? Sorry, I'm trying to understand. I have never looked at a pattern and be like, yeah, I'm gonna give that a go. Not once. If it's not a video, miss me with it. I can watch videos for days because I love seeing things, then I can pick it up from there. But if it's a pattern, miss me with it. Do not bother at all. It's not gonna work. Guys, I might have made this a bit too big already. Not good, not good. So much for not having so much fogging today. I want it to be cozy, but I don't want it to be too baggy where it becomes ridiculous. Because this is an extra large on the mannequin. I don't know if you guys can see the mannequin. So if it's any bigger than that, then that's ridiculous. It's not going to look good. Plain chicken with a, ooh. Thank you. This is one of my favorite ones that I got him from the shop. I think this is from COS. So I'm using it for the measurements because like I said, I have no idea. Will it fit or not? I'm a bit worried. I might have actually made this a bit too big already. Oh, thank you for stopping by. I hope you like the channel. How are you? Where are you watching from, Tiana? Is it Tiana or Tina? Am I just giving you guys a new name? I am so sorry. This is about 65. Was it 65 or 60? Oh, it is a bit too long, but I don't think it's long by too crazy an amount. Well, so much for saying I didn't want to. Hi Tina, sorry. I know when I said it, I was like, where did I even see the name I just called you from? So much for saying I did not want to do a lot of fugging today, because like, what do we mean? We've already started. We've already started with the fugging. I should have stuck to my instinct and went with 55. I went with 60 and it is a bit too long. It is too long. I don't want to make it any bigger than the jumper on the mannequin, because like I said, the jumper on the mannequin fits just perfectly fine. So I want that to be my measurement. So I'm just gonna redo this, because better safe than sorry. And I want it to be perfect, as perfect as I can make it. So that's 1, 55, and an extra one to pull up the side with. Okay, we're back. I cannot speak and count, so I kind of just had to focus on one or the other. Hopefully this time we got our measurements much better. Thanks, you. That's very nice of you. I am not brave. I think what you consider brave, some people would consider stupid, because someone be like, just follow a pattern, just follow a pattern, and it's like, yeah, easy for some, easy for some. But I feel like maybe it's just me. I feel like the whole point of crocheting is finding your own way of doing things. But then when you do find your own way of doing things, I notice a lot of people get very like, that's not how you do it. Oh, you giving me anxiety with how you roll the thread. Oh, this and that. And it's like, it's okay if it's done differently, as long as the end result brings me happiness. Maybe I'm the only one who brings happiness, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, guys, but I honestly love the whole process of try and error. I love testing out things and seeing what happens. And which is why for a long time it's taken me so long to like post videos and show you guys what I'm doing, because it's like I've been busy testing and testing and testing. Hence the reason I love live streaming, because I can just test it together with you guys, you know, and we can share ideas, which I think is even more fun. So for now, I'm trying to make sure I stream it every Friday, but I'm gonna definitely try and do more. But for now, we're doing what we can, one step at a time. So it's just Friday for now. But once we got more time in our hands, we can do a bit more live streams. Where are you watching from, Tina? I bought a crochet book ages ago and I still have no idea what I've done with it. I think it's somewhere in the studio. I need to put it out so I can remember the name of all the stitches. Because I watched the video and I like that. So I keep it like on my back, the back of my mind, like when I'm doing something where it's like, oh yeah, this would be good for it. But I need to remember the name of all the stitches. I also need to know how many of this yarn I need before we go to the shop. Hence the reason I wanted to start this project, so I see how far, say, one yarn would take us. So the less mistake we can make, the better. So we can just get moving and see how much yarn we have, we need, we want. By the way, I did the slip or the chi or the base of this with a 9mm hook, and now I've moved on to a 10. So I wanted to have that nice gathering effect at the bottom, ready for when we do the slip stitch. I don't know if you guys can see what I mean. It's sort of bending how a jumper would sort of gather at the bottom. So that's what I was hoping for. I started writing down my measurements as I work on them, but I think it's easier for me to just film, because that way I can go back and see what sizes I've used. I know. There's so much to do. A new project makes me so happy. Honestly, I need to get better at finishing each project, but the excitement a new project brings is just unmatched. Because, you know, new projects, new potential, new burst of adrenaline. At this rate, I probably only do one line before it's bedtime. Like, I'm not easily jealous, but I am very jealous of people who can crochet super quickly. And I know a lot of people, it's like, oh, with time you get better, you get faster. But I don't find that the case with me. I just find that I still crochet at the same pace that I crochet at. Like, I feel like I take crochet as such a relaxing thing for me to be like, oh yeah, let's rush through it. I just can't bring myself to. And even if I try anyway, I'm gonna make so much mistake, it'll be pointless. So what is the point even? I know it's gonna get easier after this line, but this line is testing my patience. Maybe next year I should actually try and challenge myself to do a project where I actually use a pattern. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. Slow progress, but we're slowly getting there. I actually do not regret starting again because I've learned about myself and I know that if I didn't, it would piss me off, which is why I keep going back until it's perfect. I don't care. I'd rather it's perfect than, or at least to a standard that I'm happy with, than cut corners and having to look at it and be irritated by it. I'm that person, like I would be looking at it and it would really anger me. Honestly, the amount of projects I almost finished but I never did because of that reason. Like I messed up something and I can't get past the fact that I messed it up, but I've gone too far to undo it, so I just sort of like abandon it. It's one of the main reasons I have so many unfinished projects in this house. And then this year I've worked really hard to get through those unfinished projects. Some of them I just sort of like started from scratch and try to make something new out of it. So I've started being more harsher on myself. If it nags me even the slightest, I'm going to start again instead of leaving it too late. The only ones I forgive myself is if I did not notice it until it was absolutely too late. Then it's like, okay, cool, I actually didn't notice it. But if I do notice it at a decent time, I'm starting again. You know what, I just thought it'd be so fun if this was like a radio and crochet situation. Like I could be playing you guys some of my favorite music or good songs that is out, and we can crochet and just talk about things and talk about life and appreciate good music together. That'll be a good channel. I wonder if there's a crochet radio. That would be actually a fun channel to have. I am getting there, slowly but surely. I'm seriously hoping once I get past this line, this first row, things will get a tad bit easier. Thank you. I've actually been using YouTube free music, which I'm really happy with because otherwise there'll be so much issue with copyrights and everything. But I love music, so I have some really cool new music I've been listening to today. And if this was a radio, I'll be able to play it. Well, I'm hoping that's how radio works. I've never, worked at a radio station to actually know if I'll be able to play, but I'm just hoping that's how it works. License to play other people's music. I know. It's honestly such an ugly phase right now. I'm just trusting the process that it turns out well. I just know it wouldn't be extremely too long. The other time I knew for fact that would have been too long and it would have messed up my measurement. So I do not regret restarting, like I said, but I am ready to move on. I'm like ready with some growth and progress. Yes, please. Ah, we're getting there. We are absolutely getting there. I was too lazy, so I didn't even do a proper thumbnail showing you guys the inspiration for this. It's a completely different color, but the design he's chosen is one of the jumpers I saw on Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton, by the way, if you have any men in your life and they need like fashion inspiration, they absolutely should be following him. He is so fabulous with his clothes. Like, his clothes are absolutely dream wardrobe. I would wear everything he wears. Because I think his taste is just that great. I mean, I know some people have this argument where it's like, oh, well, it's not really him, it's a stylist. Yeah, but still, you have to have an influence on the stylist, and you have to be able to wear the clothes so it doesn't feel like the clothes is wearing you. So I think to an extent it is him. And just like that, we are finally off the first row and we can start rolling. I get so excited so easily, as if I don't have like so much more to go. So let's just measure out this time. Oh, yeah, that should do it. I think I'm much happier with that. I'm gonna move from the 10 and now move on to the N10. I do feel like the N10 is slightly bigger than the 10. I don't know, it just feels like that way for me. But now I can move on and I can make it a bit bigger. Well, not really bigger, but just following the same structure. Yeah, it's definitely gonna, that's why I was saying like I needed to get moving, because it's definitely gonna take a while for me to start seeing results. And I'm like, I would like results now, please, but doesn't work like that, sadly. I chose this pattern on purpose because I'm working with really thick, chunky yarn, and I'm also using quite a big crochet hook. I didn't want it to be too spacious. Hence the reason I've chosen this pattern, because I'm hoping it would, the stitch pattern, because I'm hoping it would cover a lot of the gaps in between. So something not happy, something I'm not happy with here. I'm just going to go back to that. There we go. Definitely. I have to agree because it's like if you're styling someone, you have to have a vision of how you think they should look, and they also have to have a vision of how they think they should look. And for it to be a successful collaboration, the both vision needs to like merge really, really nicely. So a lot of times when people are like, oh yeah, the celebrities can't dress, is just a stylist. I'm like, it just kind of means that they're both doing their job properly, in my opinion. But I do understand where some people be like, oh yes, some people are stylish, some people are fashionable. That I very much agree with. There are people who can wear a beanbag and look insanely incredible, i.e. Rihanna. Like she can just roll out of bed and still be absolutely gorgeous. Um, but I do want to give both people their props. You can be the best stylist and still not style someone properly. So when I'm looking at someone and I'm like, oh, this person is really well dressed, or they're really good and they dress well, they look good all the time, it's how the clothes is speaking to me. Like how well they wear the clothes as opposed to the clothes wearing them. I do think the N10 is slightly bigger than the 10. I can definitely tell from here. I wonder what you guys can see from the back, but what I see from the front is what I'm going by. If I think anything is out of place, I'm just going to redo. Free farm is all well and good until you have to start using your brain and your common sense. Oh, nice. Straight double crochet. I think that's what it is, but honestly, I need to find my crochet pattern book and figure out what any of these patterns are, but it works. And I saw in a video, I've seen it a few times. I'm like, oh, anytime I want to make a cardigan or a jumper or a sweater, this will be absolutely perfect for it. That's another thing that I find so incredibly irritating. Cardigan, jumper, sweaters, like they don't need to be that complicated. Like they do not. Hi, lovely. How are you? Don't worry. I was so overwhelmed on the day of the part two. I was absolutely so what's it called? I had no idea what I was doing. if I'm being honest. I think I kind of had to like accept defeat and just be like, you know what, I need to step away and do the rest of this at a more leisure pace. I was just saying to Jill earlier that I had to think about it some more. So the bag is not technically finished yet. So, but we do have the part 2 up on my channel. If you have a minute, do check it. It is a long one, so I can't. Oh, I definitely would check it out, Crochet Ribbling. Thank you so much for hanging out, Jill. Have a lovely time doing your art and craft, and have a lovely weekend. So yeah, I need to finish up the bag, Love and Butterfly, but I just needed to give myself, you know when you need to step away from a project for a minute just so you know what you're doing? I needed to step away for a minute so I could know what I'm doing with myself. So yeah, it's not absolutely complete, I'm afraid, but it will be pretty soon. So quickly how time flies when you're having fun. How's it been? An hour already? And we've only done 2 lines. Technically it would have been 3 lines by now, but I had to restart. I know I said I have no regrets, but I'm taking credit for that work because it was a lot of work. I was hoping to do the cuffs around this jumper with this yarn, but it is a thick yarn. I think I'd rather find a similar color on a less thicker yarn to make my life a tad bit easier. I have a feeling this is gonna turn out pretty dope though, so it will be worth it. Really feel like I should have I might attempt to do one more live stream before this weekend ends. Just because I can tell that this is the type of projects that I get sucked in and I just keep going. You know, I want to take you guys on the journey with me. Thanks for joining, guys. Just a tiny bit too much. I think we are getting somewhere. Guys, let me know if you have any questions, any suggestions, or you just want to tell me how your day's been. I'm being nosy. tea rose done. It's okay that it has a bit of a curve because like I said, I'm going to be adding a slip stitch, so I have like a actual cuffs around it. So I did definitely want it to have this whole version going on, so that way we have room for what we need. So let's move on to row 3. I feel like from now then the jumper can start taking shape, whereas the other things we've been doing is just to build the base and the foundation. As long as I don't have to restart or have any more fogging going on, then this girl will be a very happy girl. I would really love to see how far one of this yarn will stretch, so I know how much more I need to complete this project. yarn is going everywhere and nowhere. Probably trying to run away from me. I was just saying, I, as usual, I haven't checked the name of the pattern. I know I haven't chosen the easiest pattern ever, but I am definitely gonna check the name of the pattern and, well, the stitch, I'm guessing is what you're saying. In terms of a pattern, I'm not actually working with one. I'm just free-handing as I go. Hence the reason I have this jumper on the mannequin here, because that's what I'm using for my measurements. But in terms of the stitch pattern, is one of them that I saw in a video and I was like, oh, I definitely need to try this on a jumper. I've definitely not chosen the easiest one. I'm doing a combination of things, but I genuinely feel like it's such a gorgeous design, and now I'm like too committed to change it, so I'm gonna be sticking by it. I'm glad you can see that it is complicated, because I was like, am I doing too much, or is this low-key complicated? Thank you. I am using the chunky knit yarn, and this is 300 gram and 180 millimeter, so I hope you can see it properly. I'll just bring it closer. It's actually a lot, so I'm very happy with that. I like getting value for what I pay for. So not exactly yeah, I figured that's what you meant. I'm gonna find the name of it. I saw it in a video and I thought, oh, that's a really good one for jumpers. And hence the reason we're giving it a try today. It is a bit complicated, but it looks so good. And the reason I chose this is because I didn't want it to be too gappy between. I feel like there's a danger of it being like quite gappy in between when you're working with chunky yarn and big crochet hooks. And I think it definitely is the right one to prevent a lot of gap. I'm gonna come closer a little bit so you can maybe see what I'm doing, and that way you might be able to figure out the stitch pattern as well. 1 and 2. So I'm taking some yarn from the back, pulling it out to give me my 2. Then I'm going into the next hook, pulling for my 3, then 2, and back 2. So one more time. This is the best I can do since I did not get the name of the pattern before I started. From the back, 2, forward 1, and there. I hope that was any kind of help, but I definitely will find the name of the pattern, I promise. I need to find my crochet book. I bought one for this absolute reason, and I honestly have no idea what I've done with it. Because I know I'm not using it for my patterns. I can at least use it for the names. Oh, sorry to hear that. Where in Africa are you from? There is quite a lot of good yarn in the UK. Only then is the price. Definitely not cheap, but it's good to have the option. And I try to pick up yarn from the charity shop as well. But the problem with the charity shop yarn, especially if you're getting one that, you know, someone is donated, is you can't find any more of it. So if you're trying to do a project, there's not really much you can do with 1 or 2 balls of yarn. You need a lot. So I kind of, it's difficult to get any yarn from the charity shop, apart from when they have their own delivery and stuff like that. Oh, nice. I'm surprised to hear that you can't find a lot of yarn in Nigeria. I would have thought it would be the absolute opposite, because a lot of good crochet pieces has been coming out of Nigerian designers. I was hoping that I can finish 1 ball of yarn tonight. But realistically speaking, I don't think so. To be fair, you don't actually know that they're more expensive than the UK, but I get what you mean. Yarns are generally quite expensive. Everything is also imported to the UK, if we're being honest. There's not really much that grows in the UK or that is made in the UK, sadly. since most industry is lost. We also have to depend on a lot of exports from outside. One and two. Oh no, I almost messed this up. And this is honestly why I don't even attempt to rush when I'm crocheting, because I would make a mistake. No, thank you, Bubby. Thanks for offering. Oh, I forgot to say we are now on the 4th row. I think I'm like trying to get as much done before it's bedtime. So I'm just like moving on. But yeah, now we are currently on the 4th row, ladies and gentlemen. I felt like I would have gone so much further if I hadn't decided to choose such a complicated stitch pattern. Oh, thank you. I slowly started growing out my nails. Like I get them done, but I started growing them out slowly until I was able to use them for anything. I say just start with like shorter nail, get used to it, then grow them out a bit more, get used to it, or get like, don't try and go from zero nails to boom long nails and then you're trying to get used to it. It's so much work and it's unnecessary. um I myself and my nail tech, we literally like grew out the nail in different process. And what's it called, I'm so glad I stuck through the process, because now I feel like I can do so much more with a longer nail. Before I used to be like, oh, I can't get my nails done because I can't do all the things I need to do. But now I almost forget that my nails are there, if I'm being honest. And yes, it is good to take on new challenges. I agree with you. I'm very much looking forward to the end result though, because I feel like with the stitch pattern and everything, it's gonna look pretty cool, if I do say so myself. So we shall see. Oh, you have to be mentally prepared. If I tell you the amount of patterns I've just, sometimes I just do like a little patch just so I can see and figure it out. And now I have like random different crochet pattern just floating around. Some of them I would never even remember what the heck I was even doing, because wow, the speed at which I left that pattern, because wow, there is challenging yourself and there is literally putting yourself through hell. You have to find the balance. And I hear you, you have to be mentally prepared to go back to that pattern. I feel like that's probably why I wanted to do this on for this jumper, because then it's like I've started now, so I'm like committed, you know. Because if not, all the projects would literally look exactly the same pattern. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I love change, so it'd be nice to have a variety of projects with different patterns on. You know what, I think I might actually just do a very short video showing this pattern because I think it's quite cool. Complicated a bit, but as far as crocheting goes, it's not the most complicated pattern out there, if we're being honest. Can you imagine it for quite a lot of things? Might be a good one for bags as well. On the 5th row, I'm gonna loosen the tension a bit more and see if it makes it a bit easier for me to move along. No worries, I will do. I will make a video on just the pattern. Probably do that after work tomorrow actually, depending on how tired I am feeling. Yeah, definitely would do a short video on it, because then it'd be just all about the pattern, and then I would have found out the name as well, so it'd be easier that way to say what pattern I'm using. So like low-key a race against time for me now, because I want to get a good amount of this done before bed. But now I'm looking at the time like, oh no, it's bedtime soon. One and two, guys. We are now moving on to the foot line. So obviously it's gonna drop this way. It is absolutely cute. All right, let's not get carried away, because although I might not finish a row today, I'm gonna do what I can. next. Yeah, so I was going to make the tension a bit looser and see what difference it makes. So that's what we're going to do next. We are now on our 5th row. A looser tension definitely makes it a bit better. I feel like I was making the other ones too tense without realizing. So we'll see how this few rows go. How this yarn is going everywhere and nowhere. Not sure I'm happy with that one, so let's read 2. Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening. I'll see you soon and good luck with your projects. Hopefully you get started soon on the complicated pattern. Have a lovely, lovely weekend. Guys, I feel like changing the tension on this pattern has made it a tad bit easier. I was making it unnecessarily too stiff. So this is like the fastest I've finished the row today, and that is literally because of the tension that I changed. The tension made all the absolute difference. So I'm going to be sticking to the similar tension moving forward. And now we move on to row 6. I am not going to be wasting so much time because I feel like I'm getting a hang of it. As I say, the faster I try to go, the more slower I go, and people think I'm joking, but this is what I mean. Like I start struggling to color the yarn, have to reduce stitches, so trying to go fast but at a reasonably pace that works. I can't even speak anymore. I have honestly lost count if that was my fifth or my seventh. No, not my fifth, my sixth or my seventh line completed. So I'm gonna assume we're gonna say this is not my seventh. I'm not sure if I'm being honest, but I'm not stopping to start counting because, like I said, I'm trying to see how much I can do before I go to bed. I've already given up on the idea of completing a full yarn before bed tonight. So we're just gonna go with the flow. Sometimes I feel like crocheting is about momentum, so when you sort of have the momentum, just take advantage of it. Because it requires so much patience. No, don't want that. I really hate when the yarn is tied like this. Because it doesn't make for a nice continuation. So hence the reason I cut it. I'm just gonna reattach. In a way that I prefer, rather than having to look at that chunky knots. Okay, I was really hoping I wouldn't have to rejoin any yarn, but it is what it is. 1, 2 in 1. No, it's wrong. I decided when is the best place to join this. Maybe here. Let's try. Okay. 1, 2, 3. But this yarn is so unforgiving. You can see every mistake, every error, all of it is out on display. So I have to take my time and be patient with the adding of the new line or something. Okay, obviously that's a pretty clean seamless join. I'm happy with that. Just gotta cover the rest. kind of like on the happy place now. I know what I'm doing. I figured out all the ugly face. Now all we need is patience, because it's repetition, repetition, repetition from here on, which some people love and some people hate. I guess depend on each individual. I don't mind it, because I rather know what I'm doing than not to know what I'm doing. So I like this face. I have given up in counting at this point. It's just what it is. At this rate, I might actually have enough yarn for a change, because this one yarn is coming far and we love that. Definitely getting somewhere. No, I think I've done some fun things so far. I have a few more projects. I might actually just do a roundup of videos, a roundup of items that I've done this year. Because this has been a good crochet year. Yeah, there's some things I wanted to do and I didn't get around to, especially during the summer. But other than that, I do think I did a pretty decent amount, if I do say so myself. I don't know. Can I stay up to finish that yarn? I do not know. No, actually do not like that at all. This is what we have left of the yarn. So I'm not even sure if I've used half of this yet. So again, I'm honestly not sure if I can stay up to finish this. Might be like a 5-hour live stream otherwise. But we're just gonna keep going until we can't go anymore. I'm gonna make quite a few jumpers and cardigan this year. I've never made a cardigan, like a crochet cardigan from scratch, and I've never made a crochet cardigan and jumper either. I'd even love a sweater if I could squeeze one in. So I'm looking forward to the results of this, because then that will be the motivation I need to continue. Our jumper is coming to life. But yeah, I love the confidence you get from doing one thing, doing it well, and then you can do, you know, different varieties of the same thing. Practice really does make perfect when it comes to crocheting, and the more I do, the better I feel like I'm getting. I think we're now on our 8th or 9th roll. I have given up on counting. I'm just a girl, there's only so much I can do. I've definitely worked up an appetite from all this excitement, but now it's too late for any food. I do think I'm gonna snack before bed because I'm terrible at sleeping when I'm hungry. Like, I wake up so free and tired and grotty and lightheaded. So dramatic, I know, but that's just how it works for some of us. I would have stayed up much longer if I didn't have work tomorrow morning, but I do. Ugh, guys, I'm getting tired. Let's see, probably just one more row after this row, and it's bedtime for more. Slowed down considerably because I'm tired. Okay, I think I have one row in me left, and then this will be it for tonight. I mean, this is how much yarn. I mean, to appreciate it, you need to see the difference. I think I'm definitely halfway through on the yarn, so I'm just gonna do one row. This row is absolutely for me. And then it's time to get my beauty sleep. Hi, Gloria. Thanks for joining. We're literally just coming to the end of the project today. But I go live every Friday, so please make sure to subscribe. And you can catch me on the next live. Where you watching from? We can do it, we can do it, we can do it. We can do it. Just a bit more. Thank you. Oh, hey, boo. Why are you still up? Go and sleep. Why are you still up at this time of the night, eh? How are you, my love? I'm okay, gorgeous. Oh, I am tired. I am literally just at the last leg of this live stream, and I'm like, it's bedtime. Bed is calling. How's your day? How's your week? I feel like you can even see the sleep in my eyes at this point. Nah, I hear it. Friday couldn't come any sooner. I am making a jumper. Gonna be the first jumper I have made, and I'm really looking forward to it. So far so good. We've started off on a good leg. Only had to undo something once, so it's not too bad. Thank you. The sage green is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? This is actually not mine. It's for the hubby, and he chose the color. I think he did such a good job with it. So this is what we've made so far, just the front panel. Thank you, girl. Yeah, after this row, I'm definitely going to bed because there is no point trying to fuss it anymore. But I'm very happy we've actually done a lot today. They say it's the getting started that is the hardest in most cases. I'm glad this is started. Okay, almost there, almost there, almost there. Ah, and that is ours done for today. And this is how much we've done. Actually, this is not even a bad amount. Let's see if I put it on the mannequin. It's literally almost one. What's the English? 1/3. 1/3 of it done so far. So good. But I think this is a pretty decent start, if I do say so myself. And the color is absolutely gorgeous. And this pattern, at the first row, I was really questioning myself why I chose this stitch, but I think she works really, really well for this. It's absolutely perfect. Absolutely, absolutely perfect, if I do say so myself. So we did it. We did this much, and I'm very impressed. And I'm super happy because we still have so much of the yarn left, which means I might actually have enough yarn for this project, which is something that is super rare. We have enough yarn, guys. But I'm gonna love you guys and leave you guys. Have a lovely weekend. Like I said, I might pop in this weekend if I do get the chance, just to show you guys what progress we've made and all that stuff. But for now, your girl needs her beauty sleep. It was lovely hanging out with you guys. But yeah, I'll speak to you guys very soon. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.